Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. The public service grift. Why is it that all of these individuals with grandiose dreams of public service always end up being such incredible frauds? You know, the end game always seems to be the same thing. What they tell you on surface level is that it's for the people. I want to work for the people. I want to be a representative of the people. I want to serve the people of the United States of America. That's what they tell you, but the end result, the grift, is always siphoning campaign funds, insider trading, or, one of the best ones, writing multiple books, multi-million-dollar publishing contracts. That's been the modus operandi for a long time in Washington, but it looks like we have a new strategy to add to the list. A new grift from these public servants, massive spectacle lawsuits, or fundraising for legal funds. This new strategy is brought to you guys by a somewhat familiar face, Mrs. Nina Jankowicz, Joe Biden's failed Minister of Truth, as she now comes out with a public statement in video form asking for your help, your financial support to sue Fox News. Let me show you this absolute joke of a clip. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so I warn you, this clip is rather hilarious. Just take a look.
My name is Nina Jankowicz. I'm asking for your financial support of a lawsuit I want to bring against Fox News for their malicious, reckless lies against me. A year ago today, I realized a lifelong dream and entered public service as a U.S. government official. I spent the better part of a decade working on both sides of the aisle to counter disinformation. I've published 2 books, and I've always been an advocate for free expression. The main thesis of my work is we can't fight disinformation simply by removing content or restricting speech. On March 2nd, 2022, I began a job leading a new entity within the Department of Homeland Security called the Disinformation Governance Board. My role was to make sure different entities across DHS were coordinated, to bring the latest research to bear in the department, and to help the department ensure that its policies about its existing counter-disinformation work were grounded in American values: privacy, civil rights, and civil liberties. That's all the board was. It didn't have the ability or the authority to act on its own. After my position was announced, baseless claims that the board was an Orwellian Ministry of Truth and I was President Biden's chief censor spread, even though the board had nothing to do with arbitrating or restricting speech. Fox News launched overly personalized, false, and incendiary coverage of me, mainstreaming online conspiracy theories to tens of millions of Americans. They lied about my role.
Was hired to police domestic social media use, period.
Is now the administration's official purveyor of truth.
They lied about and completely manufactured my past statements.
How chilling is it that this disinformation czar thinks it's okay for her to edit your speech?
They called me a liar.
Nina Jankowicz is a conspiracy theorist who wants all Americans to believe her twisted opinions and lies are facts. Was one of the biggest perpetrators and purveyors of disinformation in the entire country.
She read a bunch of lies somebody handed to her on a card because she's a useful idiot.
They called me crazy.
The far-left lunatic.
Feels so unhinged to me.
Put this insane person in front of a camera.
And they told their audience I was evil.
She's a very scary individual.
Attend a conservative event. Maybe you're really angry about the Biden administration on the internet. Maybe you'll lose your job. Maybe you'll even be put in jail.
I quickly started receiving violent threats.
So I ended the video a little bit early because right there, you can already tell that this is a grift. The moment any leftoid goes in for sympathy points of, the internet came after me and I'm a victim of threats, you have lost all credibility. This Nina Jankowicz character is an interesting individual to say the least. I mean, I think this person has a social intelligence score of literally 0. She claims that she achieved her lifelong dream of becoming Joe Biden's disinformation czar. Lifelong dream, you say. You know, the idea that you didn't see the writing on the wall of what was going to happen if you accepted that position tells me all that I need to know when it comes to your social IQ. It's got to be in the negative figures. Then, of course, after getting blasted by the media, and frankly, rightly so, you now release this clip, expecting that the internet's gonna side with you. Again, social intelligence score of -100. What an absolute display of total incompetence. Not to mention she kept going on and on and on about how she's free speech, she's pro-free speech and freedom of expression, she's anti-censorship, as she promotes her lawsuit or her legal battle against Fox News, I guess in what can be described as a legal battle to censor Fox News from being able to cover and speak openly about Nina Jankowicz and her history of promoting conspiracy theories. She claims that what Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham and other characters at Fox News were saying about her was defamation, I guess is the angle that she's going with. But I mean, this wasn't even that long ago. We covered all of it as well. How is Nina Jankowicz a victim of defamation when what independent journalists and Fox News did with the whole Nina Jankowicz Ministry of Truth controversy was merely highlight and post her own tweets? I mean, Nina Jankowicz went on the record essentially promoting the Russia collusion narrative, in other words, promoting fake news and misinformation, and all Fox News and other commentators did was highlight your own statements and point out the hypocrisy. Clearly, this is a last-ditch grift effort. You know, there's a reason why Nina Jankowicz is specifically targeting Fox News and not independent creators, because Nina Jankowicz has one goal and one goal alone, and that's cash money. She's not an advocate for free speech, currently engaged in her censorship campaign. I mean, currently she's engaging in what can only be described as a censorship campaign by this frivolous lawsuit. Clearly, her intention in public service was never to serve the American people. It was to serve herself, her own career advancement, and hopefully she was going to be able to put herself in a position one day where she could write a book and make millions of dollars. Well, that didn't exactly work. Her career got cut short, so to speak, and so instead she's suing Fox News for the evil, indefensible crime of basic journalism and opinion. Yeah, you got that right. Opinion segments at Fox News, who merely pointed out Nina Jankowicz's own tweets, somehow committed an illegal act against her. She has no case. It's a frivolous, bogus lawsuit that's probably going to be thrown out almost immediately. I mean, it's very hard to prove defamation, let alone if you're a public figure, and Nina Jankowicz is certainly a public figure. You know, someone like Nicholas Sandmann, the Covington kid, that's a way easier case of defamation because he was just a random school kid. Nina Jankowicz is a public figure with hundreds of thousands of followers involved in public service. The idea that you could criticize a public figure for their own tweets and then get sued for it, the idea that it's a crime to merely state your opinion of Nina Jankowicz as Joe Biden's Ministry of Truth pick, the idea that that would be illegal is frankly laughable. This whole thing is laughable. Nina Jankowicz, with her zero social IQ, strikes again, and clearly it's all about money. She probably knows that her lawsuit won't do anything against Fox News, so she's pushing a fundraising grift for legal fees. I wonder where all that money that she raises is gonna go. What an absolute joke. And honestly, she's such an insignificant public figure that she's probably not even gonna raise all that much. At least she's providing entertaining content for the rest of us. That's pretty much it. I don't think this story deserves any more attention, so let's just move on. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we would love to have you here at the Liberal Hive Mind. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.